Hey YouTube, what's up? You saw the thumbnail. Uh, it's not a good day. Well, it's been a rough week. This all happened a week ago. So 1 week ago, I was on my way to shoot my next YouTube video, and I got an email that my Patreon account was deactivated, gone. No warning, no, you made an infraction, just gone. Um, I called a couple people who have had issues with Patreon in the past. We had a couple conversations. Their situation different than mine. So then I spent my day Googling and I found out a lot of people last week got kicked off, not just in the bourbon world, but also in fitness and supplements and cannabis. And there was somebody else, but I forgot. And not the point. The point was there was some slate wiping last week. And a lot of us got kicked off for the same thing. Not the same thing, but the same type of thing. So what's my point today? Today, I'm going to share with you what I learned in the past week, what I've been through, what I think you can do to prepare yourself, because this still could happen to anybody on the Patreon platform. So if you can learn from my problem, maybe you can avoid some of what's happened for me this week. And I'm going to try to do this without editing because I want this to get up to YouTube quick. So if I bobble, I'm not perfect. So my Patreon's a few years old, 3, 4 years old. It's grown to a lot of members, just under $10,000. So it going away, 10,000 a month is a big deal to just have it wiped away. And if you don't know how Patreon works, the money members pay stay in Patreon until it's distributed or you request it to be out. So anything that was there, they just kept. This also happened to those other creators. I talked to one guy today he said he had months and months in his, and he's like, it's gone. Nobody got refunded that I heard. So why did I get kicked off? Why did some other people get kicked off? I got kicked off for posting a link to a allocated bottle that was on Bourbon Outfitter. It's not even one of my picks. So like a lot of people, I have a barrel program. I also do YouTube content. The YouTube is relatively new for me. So a lot of you may not know me because this is new. I've always done just focused on the barrel pick side, and I'm expanding my horizons because it's fun. And if you see my YouTube, what I do is way fun. But I posted a link to Bourbon Outfitter and I was removed for the sale of alcohol. And you can appeal this. So I appealed it and they said, you need to prove that you weren't violating. So I sent them the sales and use license from Bourbon Outfitter. I sent them the liquor license. I sent them the corporate documents to show who the owner was. I didn't have an employee list, but I told them I'm not an employee because I'm not an employee of Bourbon Outfitter. I don't own it. I'm not part of it. I just posted that, hey, you can go get this bottle from them. It's currently there. It's one of those relationship things that happens where I had kind of an inside link for some of my membership tiers. It was a limited access thing, and that was the violation. Gone. I saw some other people who had posted a link to their YouTube channel, like, hey, new YouTube is up. And the content on their YouTube episode winning it in Patreon terms, and those people were removed from Patreon. Like whoa, that's a big stretch. Like that's not even posting a blog or the video in Patreon. That's saying my new YouTube episode is up and you're gone. That's wow, 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 wow. So what can you do? So here's some best practices that I think you need to employ right now today. I did some of these, but I'll tell you what I didn't do well. I think that you should export your paid and free users twice a month. I used to export mine on the 29th and the 13th, kind of keep track of my business, the growth of it, where I was losing people, where I had, fat bubbles of membership. What I didn't do, and this is something I learned that I don't want you to do, is I didn't export my free members, and that was a massive downfall. I should have, because I have no way to contact all those free members. I only have the ones that I exported, which were the paid members. So I would encourage you to twice a month, if you're on Patreon, export all your members. Just CSV it, boom. Digital storage is cheap and abundant. Just stick it in the file. And if you need it, however you want to use it, you have it, right? If you get cut off today and you do this on the 13th, you're only missing 10 days of members. I don't know how many of your channels grow at what rate, but that isn't that many people in the grand scheme, I think, of all of our memberships. I think we're all pretty close to being alike. If you're in the bourbon world and you have the word sample or C plus S or cost plus shipping, or that you'll send somebody a bottle, I would take those out of your membership benefits immediately. I, like a lot of people, I had those on my benefits, and I honestly believe that's why I didn't get my channel back. After I submitted my appeal with the proof that I wasn't selling, that I was just directing people to Bourbon Outfitter, they just simply said, we will not reinstate this account. You can make a new one in 2 months. But before you make a new one, you just supply us a list of 47 documents, like what you plan to post, what you bought this. Actually, here, let me read. Let me read to you what they said I need to supply. Please wait at least 2 months and then email guidelines of Patreon with details and work examples of your intended new project. Everything you plan to post prior to your launch for our review, and we must pre-approve it. So that is what they will invite you back to if they want you to come back. Other platforms. I spent the past 5 days, right? Because it can't just be Patreon. Like there's got to be another avenue or option for you. There really isn't. Patreon's terms of service are derived from Stripe. It's literally a copy and paste from Stripe's card processing terms of service. So a lot of sites that use Stripe have that same language in terms of it says fans and creators may not buy, sell, or offer alcohol or tobacco related products or paraphernalia. So the violation was that I was offering. So I took it as I was selling, but I can't even offer for you to go buy it from somewhere. I think that's our interpretation. The secondary layer could be the samples or the cost plus shipping mention or the mention of something of that nature, right? Other platforms I found, I actually had a conversation with a rep from one. I actually talked to a person. This is not normal, but it's a smaller platform. They're trying to compete with Patreon. Their terms of service, which I went through with a fine tooth comb before the meeting, and I asked him, here is a quote from your terms of service. This is exact quote. In their terms of service, they use services as their description for their platform name. And I don't want to name the name. It's not the point here, but I found this to be constant in any alternative. You will not use the services or any content accessible through the services for any commercial purpose, including but not limited to contacting, advertising to, soliciting, or selling to any users. So they literally say you can't offer your members to go buy anything. And that's what a lot of us rely on. In the bourbon world, it's totally what we rely on, right? This is a portal for access to our picks or special releases. And he had said, but everybody does it. Like we know it happens. It's okay. And I was like, look, I just lost everything. So unless you can put it in writing that there's a carve out, like this is section 2, paragraph A. If you can't give me an amended terms of service that doesn't apply to my membership members, I can't come on board. And I never heard back from him, which tells me that they want to go to their platform just like Patreon did. And at some point in time, you are at risk and could be removed from that platform. So I don't think leaving Patreon right now today until somebody's going to make something friendly for these industries is a good move either. Me moving forward, what am I going to do? Number one question. I just had a lot of meetings since Thursday. I luckily had people who were willing to meet with me over the weekend to steamroll this. So I feel super fortunate for that. But I'm not a web person. I'm not a coder. That is before my generation. And my kids aren't either. So I can't have my kids do the work. But I having a web company, I have my own website. I'm having a web company install a membership on my website that will function and look very similar. It'll be a Chasing Bourbon Barrel Club membership with various membership levels or tiers with ironically the same names. I'm not going to change my brand. And it will function in a very similar capacity housed on me, which puts more on me. The service is on me, which is great. If you've dealt with Patreon, members have problems. The first person in the message has always been me, which is great. I always want to be there, but I can't solve anything with card issues on the back end of Patreon when this takes it all on me, which I think is a great thing. It's good for my members. It's super good. But it also puts more on me. And I'm going to take it because I'm out of that thumb that could be taken away. I really hope moving forward, there's a bigger platform that offers something that's friendly to us. I'm looking into it myself. I would love to make that. I'm very aware it's going to be massively expensive, like multiple six figures. But I think that we need it. I really do. I think that we all would benefit a ton by an inviting platform that says, hey, we know what you do. As long as you're not outright breaking the law by selling something on this platform, you can direct to a licensed retailer. You can post to your YouTube channel, and we're not going to try to, you know, I really look at it as breaching your free speech, which you put in your YouTube, right? YouTube needs to manage YouTube. We're managing this here. So that needs to happen, I think, for all of us, and it would be a great thing. And I'm hoping that in the next 9 or 10 months, I can have that come to fruition. I really do. So if you so sent to you and you're one of those supplements or a grower or a canna creator or a cigarette creator or wine or beer, and you were kicked off, like I want a place for us to go that's inviting. Um, one, it took a few very, very long meetings with a credit card bank where they finally grasped what we're doing from a B, C, D function standpoint. And the guy said, this isn't illegal and it's brilliant. So I got some buy-in from the bank. So I'm not worried about the stripe side. It's now just, can this thing happen? But I hope moving forward long term that we all can benefit from this. And I'd love to be a part of it to provide that. But for me and for my members, it's going to be on my website. And my members, I appreciate you a ton. Like the support and the incredible messages I've gotten in the past 6 days are off the chart. The love. I always tell you guys I love you and I appreciate you because I do. I could never do this. I never 5 years ago thought I would ever be doing this because of the support, and it is because of the support. And that's what's happened the past 6 days. The support's awesome. It's overwhelming. It's very cool. And I can relate to some of it. Like a lot of people had something they cared about and they liked a lot, and it was just ripped away. And so you're worried, like, oh my God, where did this thing go? I didn't go anywhere. I'm still here. I'm doing my best to get this back as quick as possible so you have that membership, that place you call home for bourbon, and it'll be good. Just takes a little bit of time. But either way, that's today's point. I had to get a thank you out because I do appreciate all those people. Today's point is, what did I learn and what can you do? So I hope that helps you out. I hope that helps your creator function moving forward, your creator economy or your creator business model. And I hope you don't have happened to you what happened to me and a few other people last week with Patreon. I really don't. I hope that you can navigate through it really without any hiccups. And if something better comes out there, maybe we can all be in the same pool to help each other out. Say, hey, we found this. Like we should go here because it would benefit everyone. And then the best way to show, if you're much in the bourbon community, there's a common phrase like, let the customer speak, let the audience speak. Like silence is golden. I don't know if you've seen that happen in various places or groups or discords. I think that us as customers speaking loud to Patreon by leaving, says a lot, a lot. So hopefully we can have that quiet voice or silence to them. It would be nice. It'd make me feel really good. That'd be the icing on the cake for me. I'd feel really good after that. But I'm gonna go. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this doesn't happen to you. And if this has brought you any value to help you moving forward, that's all I wanted to do. That was it. So I'm out.